Hi, I'm Sam here at Rick Jones Pianos with a Yamaha Studio upright built in Hamamatsu, Japan in 1981. It's a model P2, or more specifically a P2E if you really want to keep track. It has the same inside as the famous P2 institutional studio upright. I believe that's a P2F. Which was later adapted into the model P202 and P22, which you see so often in schools. But it doesn't look like it because it has a different case on the outside. Instead of an institutional style case with big chunky cabinet parts, this has a very slim continental case, which is more suitable for apartments, bachelor pads, row homes, anywhere where you want to save as much floor space as possible. The piano, it doesn't have legs, it just stands on its base, at the base of the piano where the pedals are, and the back soundboard, cast iron plate, it all rests on that rectangle. It's a very slim profile, keys don't come out all too far, and all the lines on the case are very straight, so it's a very much more of a contemporary style furniture. It has this satin ebony cabinet, which my colleagues have done a beautiful job re-rubbing. It's not 100% perfect. one would not normally expect a piano from the 80s at this point to look 100% perfect, but I think it looks really good for its age, and of course my colleagues do really beautiful work making it look as nice as possible. There's a piano, we've done a lot of work to the inside too. If you look into one of the issues that older Yamaha uprights have, there is a little string inside the action attached to where the hammer pivots. It's called a loop flange, and unfortunately in Yamaha uprights until about 1987, this little string was made with materials that would disintegrate over time. And that's bad because this little string is holding down a little spring that allows the hammer to return to a rest position more quickly. It's a well-known defect in Yamaha uprights. We've taken care of it on this piano. We've replaced all the little strings to make it like new again, and we've used material that's not going to disintegrate with time. You can ask any piano technician about it. They know about this problem on Yamahas, and that's the type of work we do and have always done on these pianos to ensure that they set you up for success. Whoever is going to play the piano, yourself, if you're getting back into the piano maybe as an adult after taking lessons as a kid, or if you have a child or multiple children who want to take lessons and are eager to start, that's the type of action improvement that we make in order to ensure that all the keys are going to work properly, along with, you know, the full regulation that we all typically do. So this piano has been set up for success. I just finished tuning it. It was very cooperative to work on. Tuning pins, they're tight. I move them a certain amount and they sit where I want them to sit. It's just a very cooperative piano to work on, which is not often the case on some of the smaller, really compact case models that other manufacturers have made. They pack everything in so tightly into a more contemporary slim case like this, and it's hard to get to some of the internal parts of the piano, but not so on this piano. It's very simple to work on, and it's a testimony to why so many people praise Yamaha for their very thoughtful design. It's very friendly for us technicians to work on, and we get really good results while we work on it. And this piano is no exception. True to its relatively small size, this piano has a quieter, more intimate sound that won't overwhelm a small living space, such as what you would want to put a piano like this in. I would describe the tone as a 4 on a scale from 1 to 10, from mellow to bright. It still has the characteristic Yamaha clarity, crispness, especially in the melody range, but it's an unusually mellow instance of the Yamaha sound. And I've noticed this actually on several other pianos like this, the P2 and Continental, plus the smaller M1, which is a console piano with the same Continental case. Both pianos that are intended for very small living spaces, oftentimes with shared walls with neighbors. I've noticed quite often that they, more often than not, in my opinion, have a mellower sound than some other Yamaha upright models like a U1 or U3. I figure if you want to buy such a compact piano, you're more likely in a living space with shared walls with neighbors, and you're less likely to want to disturb them. So this one fits that bill. Very quiet, very intimate, gentle, warm sound that won't overwhelm a small living space. Rated as a 4 on a scale from 1 to 10. The touch I would call a 4 on a scale from 1 to 10 also. That means it's on the light side. There's not as much resistance in the keys compared to the average piano. And in our scale from 1 to 10 for the touch, from light to firm, that's just the amount of resistance that you feel in the keys. This one, not too hard. I thought it was very easy to play without really tiring me out. So I'll call it a 4 on the scale from 1 to 10, from light to firm. And then finally, it does have a middle pedal practice mute, crucial for when you want to play in an apartment or row home and don't want to disturb your neighbors. It's already a quiet piano, but this makes it even more quiet. It was put a strip of felt in between the hammers and the strings. So instead of the hammers hitting the strings directly, it hits it indirectly through the felt. And all you have to do, as I said, is press down the middle pedal, move it to the left. It locks itself in place in a slot in the cabinet, so you don't have to keep your foot on it the whole time. And you can just play it like normal. Super quietly, whenever you need to. So really, a surprisingly capable little piano for its small size, and that, in my opinion, is yet another example of how Yamaha's experience making very fine concert instruments allows, or it has given them the wisdom and experience that can get the most musical capability out of a small little piano like this. I would say the same thing for Kawai too, which is their chief competitor in Japan, and we consider them to be equal quality. And when we get Kawais in like this, it's very similar to that, just surprisingly capable for its small size. So I think you'll find this to be a very satisfying and inspiring piano to play if you're looking for a piano in a small space. So please stop by, try this out, play it along with anything else in our inventory. But if you can't make it, you can always give us a phone call or send us an email if you have any questions. Thanks.